Horses first, not metaphorically actually horses, or rather, the idea of them, mythic, muscular, half wild and half sacred. For fall-winter 2026 to 2027, Simone Rocha built her world around Enbarr, the white horse of Irish legend said to carry riders to Tenderness, the land of eternal youth. It sounds romantic, almost escapist, but inside the evocatively worn grandeur of Alexandra Palace, the mood was less fairy tale and more incantation myth filtered through grit. Rocha described the show backstage as a visceral feast. That appetite was evident in the density of references. Irish equine culture formed the backbone, but the muscle came from elsewhere. Early 20th century womenswear, Irish traveler communities and their ponies, the cinematic tenderness of Into the West, the documentary realism of Pony Kids. Instead of flattening these threads into a single narrative, she let them rub against each other. Friction as design principle. The opening and closing looks white, luminous, almost ceremonial, served as bookends to the Enbarr motif. Between them, the palette shifted according to the painterly sensibility of Jack B. Yeats. Muted chalk stripes, stormy olives, creamy ivories, flashes of scarlet ribbon. There was a feeling of time-slipping tea dresses with delicate cloches, sturdy wool tailoring with boxy shoulders and generous trousers, silhouettes that suggested the Weird Sisters energy orbiting the Yeats family mythology. And then, reality cut through. A significant collaboration with Adidas Originals was not treated as an add-on capsule but braided directly into the mainline collection. This is where Rocha's unpredictability sharpened. A picot-edged ivory dress in technical paper nylon bore a reworked trefoil. Lace-waisted track jackets with triple stripes coexisted with crinoline gowns fastened by hook, eye, and scarlet ribbon. It should have jarred, it didn't. The key was context. The sportswear wasn't parachuted in for relevance, it echoed the lived vernacular of Irish traveler youth culture, where ponies and tracksuits share the same visual field. Rocha used that adjacency as a hinge. Mythicism on one side, municipal realism on the other. The split snorkel hoods rendered in furry black or white were perhaps the most distilled expression of this fusion. Sometimes attached to olive ma-one jackets, sometimes detached and worn like eccentric collars, they framed chalk-stripe tailoring or voluminous taffeta gowns with a strange tenderness. Utility, reframed as ornament. Rosettes proliferated, not as quaint competition tokens, but as structural motifs. Ribbon knots formed pockets at the hip. Long streamered rosettes cascaded to compose an entire show pony dress. Two olive taffeta looks read almost as anthropomorphic ribbons, girl as award as girl. It was whimsical, yes, but also slightly feral. Hardware grommets, harness-like straps introduced a tougher register, clashing productively with shaggy shearling gowns and gloves. Traditional shearling coats grounded the more embellished pieces, offering a third stabilizing point in a triangular dialogue between romance, sport, and pastoral roughness. At moments, the collection flirted with excess. The eclecticism galloped, but Rocha never lost control of the reins. The layering, the proportion, the calibrated repetition of red ribbon against muted wool, these were the marks of discipline beneath the fantasy. What lingered wasn't a single silhouette, but a sensation of moving between worlds without fully leaving either. Eternal youth not as escapism, but as tension between folklore and football terraces, between ceremony and street. In lesser hands, it might have fragmented. Here, it felt spellbound.
Take a pill and go to sleep. I'm chasing witches in the street. I'm the last page in your book. Can't write a song, only do hooks. Watching horses in the fields. The dragon rests in agony. When I'm afraid I lose my mind. It's fun, it happens all the time. When I'm afraid I lose my mind. It's fun, it happens all the time. Isolation caved in. I adore you, the sound of your skin. Times I realized what I seek for is right in front of my eyes.
Your white arms are reaching, I feel them enfolding, caressing me still, fling them out in the dark.